The corridors of the Interstellar Academy gleamed with polished alloy, their walls humming with the faint pulse of starship engines docked nearby. Among the countless alien dignitaries, students, and officers, one human moved unseen. His name was Ethan Cole, a janitor, widower, and father of a 6-year-old daughter who stayed tucked away in the Academy's nursery wing while he scrubbed the halls. He was not a soldier, nor a scholar. Just a man with a mop, calloused hands, and eyes that carried the weight of survival. Most species looked past him, dismissing humans as crude deathworlders who didn't belong in centers of galactic refinement. Ethan didn't care. He only cared about keeping his job and feeding his daughter. But fate had other plans. In the medical ward of the Academy lay Princess Urel, heir to the Xanathi Empire. Once known for her radiant dances that defied gravity, she now sat imprisoned in her own body after a shuttle crash severed her spinal column. Alien doctors had tried everything: biografts, neural webs, even synthetic exoskeletons. Nothing restored her mobility. One night, as Ethan finished cleaning the medical wing, he heard the faint sound of muffled sobs. Curiosity tugged at him, though he knew better than to intrude on royal affairs. But when the door slid open and he glimpsed her, fragile, silver-skinned, with luminous eyes dimmed by despair, he couldn't just walk away. "Shouldn't you be mopping somewhere else, human?" Urel asked sharply, catching sight of him. Ethan hesitated, then replied with quiet honesty. "Maybe. But I know what it's like when the world stops giving you choices." Her lips curled into bitter amusement. "And what wisdom could a janitor offer me? You scrub floors. I have lost my legs." He stepped closer, voice steady. "I can help you walk." That broke her composure. She laughed, a sharp, hollow sound, laced with scorn. "You? With your bucket and broom? Even the greatest minds of 10-star systems have failed. And you, a single father clinging to scraps of dignity, think you can do what they cannot?" But Ethan didn't flinch. "Yes," he said simply. Something in his conviction unsettled her. Perhaps it was the unshaken tone, the refusal to bow before her rank. Perhaps it was because she sensed he spoke from scars, not pride. Her laughter faltered, and suddenly her eyes welled with tears. "Why would you even try?" she whispered. "Because I've seen someone I love lose everything," Ethan replied. "My wife. A sickness took her, piece by piece. I couldn't save her. But maybe I can save you." For weeks, he returned after hours. He scavenged old human rehabilitation devices, crude by galactic standards but built for stubborn bodies forged on a death world. He constructed braces, reprogrammed outdated exosuits, and even used his daughter's toy servos for fine adjustments. Urel mocked him at first, her pride refusing to let hope slip past her lips. But day by day, her mockery softened. His patience wore down her defenses, and the janitor's daughter, bright-eyed and fearless, would sit beside the princess, offering encouragement in her innocent way. The first time Urel managed to twitch her leg within the brace, her composure shattered. Tears streamed freely down her silver cheeks. Ethan only smiled and said, "Told you. One step at a time." Word spread quietly among the staff, then across the academy. When the princess finally stood unaided, clinging to Ethan's shoulder for balance, even the most skeptical doctors bowed their heads in awe. It wasn't advanced technology, nor royal decrees, that restored her steps. It was human stubbornness, human compassion, the refusal to give up. The Galactic Council took notice. For centuries, humans had been treated as second-class citizens, brutes fit only for dangerous labor or expendable soldiers. But here was proof that humanity's resilience could achieve what empires could not. A janitor had succeeded where surgeons and engineers had failed. As Urel walked into the council chambers, supported by Ethan's arm, she declared in a voice both fierce and unyielding, "Do not underestimate humans again. They gave me back my freedom when all of you surrendered to despair." And in that moment, the galaxy shifted. For Ethan, it was never about recognition. It was about keeping a promise, to his daughter, to his late wife, and to a princess who once laughed at him. Now she walked beside him, living proof that sometimes the smallest hands carried the greatest power. Humanity, once overlooked, had made the galaxy stop and listen.